Congratulations on your graduation. I'm very proud of you. Remember, if you believe, you can achieve. As long as you do your best, that is all anyone can expect. When everyone else around you is making wrong choices, try to remember to stay on the right path. Have courage and faith. I will always love you and wonder what became of your life. Just remember, everything you learned in kindergarten. I felt my eyes begin to burn as the tears welled up. An unexpected moment from the past. I had intentionally had a mission in mind to reach through my chest and find something very specific. But instead, I found that note from my kindergarten teacher. I wondered, where did those tears come from? And I realized it was a heart full of gratitude. And as I thought about my life's journey, 25 years later, a college graduate, I couldn't help but think of all those people who had made a difference in my life. And then the tears came again. I started to think about all of those people who did not have the same experience as I had. For those who missed out. For those who maybe didn't get to go to college. For those who maybe regretted acquiring the debt that they have. Today, I want to talk to you about ethics. Ethics in higher education. Because there are people, families, students, America's future, global citizens that spend their time and money to learn. I was fortunate to have a crazy family. One that loved me. One family that recognized the importance of education. For my high school graduation present, they created a Build-A-Bear. This is a photo of them taking the hearts that would go inside the bear and giving me knowledge, imparting their knowledge and their aspirations for my future. And I still have that bear today. And looking at him, I remember he was there at my high school graduation, my undergraduate graduation, my grad diploma recipient graduation, and he will be there when I finish my doctorate. Social responsibility. I'm really concerned about the future of higher education. The corporatization of higher education in America has really reshaped the future. As colleges seek to make a profit, students are neglected. We have betrayed the value of education for the gain of money. We know that the root of unethical behavior is the quest for economic gains of needs and wants. Each student has a choice where they attend college, and this is what creates a grand opportunity for unethical behavior in our institutions of higher education. I applied to 2 colleges. TCU, the horned frog literally swept me off my feet. And yet, I chose Hardin-Simmons. I was the target of recruitment. And today, marketing materials in our higher education institutions provide a lot of misleading information. Imagine being a vulnerable 18-year-old about to make the most expensive decision of your life and reading material online in mail-outs that contains information you hope is true. There are a lot of ways that higher education institutions can distort information. They can omit the facts. change up the data just a little bit. Make the words just a little confusing and mislead your influences on attributes that sound really good but may not really exist. They make crafty comparisons between other similar institutions to lead you to believe they are the best. In recruiting and admissions, some past unethical practices include changing the admission requirements to be beneficial to our athletes and our very affluent students, those with the money, and those with the family members that could be potential donors. They also like to make changes in the financial aid package to help those merit scholarship recipients improve the institution's rankings. Yet that leaves less scholarship money available for our low-income students. With the increased corporatization of America, we see a fight for that ranking system. We see the student-consumer paradigm continue to increase. And we see large figured salaries, just like in corporatizations, as institutions fight for the best presidents and the best athletic coaches. A few new areas of concern in higher education include the ethical considerations related to our undocumented students and international students. We have 65,000 undocumented students that graduate from high school each year. Students who are not American citizens that would like the opportunity to participate in American higher education. Unfortunately, there are not a lot of laws in their favor currently. Each state is making its own decision on how to help these undocumented students. Our international students also want to enjoy the privileges of an American education. Yet, at times, they submit fraudulent transcripts and recommendation letters that are prepared by their independent education consultants. Our admissions and recruitment personnel in higher education have a moral responsibility to sort out those students who have the skills to achieve in higher ed and those who are making fraudulent claims to get into the American economy. When thinking about all these things, all the potential for unethical behavior, the question is posed, what do you do about it? How do you improve the ethical culture of an institution? I'm going to offer you 4 lenses to consider when looking at situations and making decisions. The first is the lens of justice, and this really includes the idea of making decisions that are based on our laws and also in favor of individual rights. The second lens is that of critique, actually considering the hard questions and contemplating the difficult things in life. The next lens is care. The ability to consider the consequences of an action and the potential future of that decision. The fourth lens is profession, and that is the ability to incorporate personal and professional codes of ethics. The Code of Conduct, or the Code of Ethics, is an important document that corporations in America have, but also we need in higher education. A Code of Conduct opens up the realm of discussion within an institution about ethics. Without an open forum for discussing these things, they will never be addressed. Another opportunity to improve the ethics is to establish institutional values. If you don't know what your institution is about, you're not going to make ethical decisions. Viewing multiple stakeholder relationships opens an awareness to all the different people who are impacted by decisions. Ethics audits allow a person to assess the ethical climate and opportunities for improvement. And finally, we have to have established accountability measures, a way to measure the ethical climate, to see if it's getting worse or if it's getting better. All things considered, we have plenty of opportunity in American higher education to make improvements, especially within the ethical treatment of our current students and our future students. And as my kindergarten teacher concluded, be a torch or be a spark. Be a candle in the dark. Be a sunbeam or a star. Be the shining light you are.